Okay, we're back. We're back, and I got a timer going. Things are almost professional up in here. Ugh. Son. Son, fuck off. I feel that. I bury my face against my pillow to hide from the sunlight. Damn, it must already be afternoon. Stupid graveyard shift makes it hard to catch a decent amount of rest unless you sleep underground or somewhere away from a window. Ooh, oh my god. Ugh. Blackout curtains. Highly recommend it. Maybe I should invest in a coffin. More style points than a sleeping mouse, that's for sure. Groaning, I eventually force myself out of bed and stumble over to the kitchen to pour some coffee. Work doesn't start for a while yet, so I can do a little freelancing today. I'm only working at the diner to save up some money on the side anyway. My real passion is... What is your passion? Do you guys have a passion? I have two passions. And I'm gonna pick neither of them. Music. I love making music, even though I'd never had any formal training. But there's something really soothing about bringing life to the beats. Oh my god. Bringing to life the beats and melodies in my head. So I spend a lot of my free time working on new tracks. I've worked on a few small games and student films, but I'd like to really reach the stars one day. Or at least get out of the bottom 5% on Cloud Sound. Anyway, I have some time to spare, so I plop down in my office chair with a coffee mug in my hand. But the moment I stare at my computer screen, I suddenly remember what happened last night. All kinds of crazy shit. Back on that dark street. You might even see a friend of yours there. Or maybe a customer is a better word. Isaac was acting like he knew something about me. Or someone I know, even though that should be impossible. There was something unnerving about what he said afterwards. But I can't really remember his words. It's all fuzzy. I'm starting to think that it's not some random drug deal going down tonight. A smart man would keep his distance, but if I don't figure out what Isaac meant, it's gonna drive me crazy. A smart man wouldn't get involved in any of this shit. But I'm an idiot. Also, look at it! I think he's left-handed. Based on this mouse. It's pretty interesting. I don't know. That sleazeball in a suit is up to something, that's for sure. You think he's a sleazeball? I put my head down on my desk and rub my eyes with one hand. I guess there's no helping it, huh? I'll have to see for myself what'll happen tonight. You're a dumbass. Distracted by my own thoughts, I spend the rest of the time until my shift half-heartedly working on a new project. After what feels like forever, it finally gets dark and I head out to start my shift. But during my walk, I can't help feeling more nervous than normal. Damn it, you. And if anything happens, I'll have to deal with it entirely on my own. Hold on. Great. I thought it glitched, but it did not. Oh, that guy creeps me the fuck out. The diner seems unusually quiet, even for the night shift. Full disclosure, I had an encounter with a stranger today. He held the door open for me. That's like +1. He got a little close at one point, -1. And then I saw him mixing a screwdriver in his car before he drove away. So... that's creepy as fuck, right? Oh, God. It was just an unexpected amount of crazy, you know. The diner seems unusually quiet, even for the night shift. Only a couple people end up stumbling in over the course of a few hours, and midnight ticks over into the early morning. I grow more and more tense until finally I can't take it anymore. Time to close up early. Sorry, Troy! Grabbing my keys, I flick off all the lights and leave the diner, locking it behind me. Then I make my way to the nearby alley where Isaac came from last night. But it's empty. No gangsters, no men in suits. Just a deserted hangout for rats and abandoned garbage cans. Maybe I missed the meeting. Although I should have heard gunfire if there was any. That's comforting. I guess they might not be here yet, but I really don't want to wait around in this creepy place for very long, especially not alone. I should probably just head home. That's a sensible thing to do. Yeah. After a few more seconds of deliberation, I turned back towards the alleyway entrance. I'm not sure why I feel so disappointed. Gotcha! Who? Out of nowhere, someone grabs my shoulders. I think I know who it is, but we're just gonna giggle for a second. It's Goofy. It's Goofy. Okay. A second later, my back slams against the wall, and a pair of strong arms pins me in place. Yeah. Hey. You're not one of those dumbass Sayray guys. You're human. Two wide, puzzled eyes scan over my face like I'm some kind of mutant. I have to say, the tribal tats really aren't getting me. And it's a shame because the face tat actually looks kind of nice. It's just all over his fucking face, right? I'm saying, like, this shit is no. All of this, no thank you. Unless it adds up to something, but it doesn't look like it will. This is okay. It's also kind of the logo of the game. A human? Of course I'm human. What else could I be? I don't understand. Yeah. I break off halfway through my sentence, staring at my attacker. This red-haired guy has a tattoo on his face. He's wearing a distinctive leather jacket. What does that mean? It's hot? I don't know. Could he be the person that man from last night was talking about? Okay, Luca was talking about him. Whoa, why are you getting all mad, man? You're just not the guy I was looking for. Looking at his face. He flashes me a wide, taunting grin with fangs. Yeah, my eyes are drawn to the shape of his canines, which look just like an animal's. Long, sharp, and bone white. You know, you smell pretty nice. Kind of special, actually. Real sweet. He leans in a bit, leering at me with those sharp fangs. They have to be some kind of body mod. I love this game because they actually, like, acknowledge, like, there's a possibility that he's not supernatural. He's just a weirdo. Right? I'm pretty hungry too. I haven't eaten all night, and you're looking so much better every second. He winks. Shit, if I don't do something, this creep will really take a bite out of me. Oh god. Okay, so I really love this character, but we're gonna act like we hate him because I don't know. We're going Dominic route. In case you couldn't tell, we've been really appealing to him. That's what's happening. Get off, you! I throw every ounce of my strength into pushing the man away, but he doesn't seem the least bit impressed. Why would he be impressed? Instead, he just presses me harder against the wall, twisting his lips into a mockingly hurt expression. Hey, don't be like that, baby. I just want to play with you. Let me have a little taste. Come on. He coos at me, starting to lean in closer again, and a sense of dread grips me like a vice. See, I'm really, like, leaning into the fact that Ash doesn't like this, even though I'm over here giggling to myself. And that. I shut my eyes tightly, holding my breath. This is it. I'm going to get torn apart by some psycho in an alleyway. His ragged breathing grows steadily louder, and I can feel each exhale brushing against my throat. Nothing. All of a sudden, the pressure pinning me to the wall vanishes. When I opened my eyes, I realized the man's no longer there. Well, I would hope not. No, he's still here, but now you. With a loud grunt, a familiar man in a dark jacket swings his fist towards my attacker. Fucking Dominic. I knew you were out here. The redhead lets out a gleeful laugh as he dodges the punch, moving at an incredible speed. A second later, he aims a lightning-fast blow of his own towards the other man, Dominic. This is one of those moments where, like, in a visual novel, a dating sim, or any show, you know, they can't show one of the guys losing to another guy because there's going to be fans of both. So this is kind of like a half-hearted punching scene. With an unchanging expression, Dominic smoothly sidesteps, and the next moment his hand shoots out to swipe at his opponent's face. I hear the sound of something sharp cutting flesh, and a moment later, blood starts to drip from the redhead's cheek. Yeah, he seems cool. Dom, wow. You're really mad, wow. Rather than counterattacking, the tattooed man pauses, wiping off the blood on his sleeve. Gross. But before my very eyes, the claw-like gashes on his skin start to repair themselves. Until they disappear completely, leaving him uninjured. Am I going crazy? There's no way any human could do something like that. No, this has to be a bad dream. Just a bad, shitty dream. Oh, speaking of blood, I'm also bleeding from my gagach right now. So we're all suffering, really. Sorry. It had to be said, right? Don't tell me you're worked up because of this guy. Seriously, you want to drain him that bad? Gross. Enough. Don't bring him into this. Dominic's eyes narrow into slits as he stares at the man in the leather jacket, who's laughing as if he just heard the best joke on earth. Wow. In that case, I'm gonna get my hands on him first. Because I want to see you get way madder, Dom. Tilde! Rather abruptly, the tattooed man's face freezes and his grin fades to a frigid, bloodthirsty expression. I want to see you suffer. Until you stop thinking of us as a fucking joke. Just like that, he charges Dominic again, recklessly swinging frantic punches. This time, though, he seems to be moving even faster than before, and his strikes are full of rage. The assault is so powerful that Dominic retreats a little, losing a few feet of ground to the other man, who's clearly fueled by fury. They dodge and swipe at each other so quickly that my eyes can hardly follow their movements. Their speed is completely inhuman, and the more I watch them, the more my blood runs cold. Is it possible that they're really not human? You're slow as hell. When my mind flashes back to the redhead's sharp fangs. Look at that. Okay, so Dominic's are there, but look at the... That's all I have to say on that. My stomach tightens and a shiver racks my body. Racks it? Damn. Come here, Dom. I'm not gonna let you run away this time. With a menacing howl, the tattooed man leaps up, pushing himself off the wall to launch forward towards Dominic. Alright, that's a bit much. When he doesn't manage to dodge in time, their bodies collide and they tumble to the ground. At this rate, one of them is going to end up torn open. If I try to do something, they might turn on me, but can I really just stand here? If I lay here... I honestly, I have no idea what the right answer is here, but I'm gonna try to be funny. Get closer, stay away. I don't think I saved here. We're gonna try to stop him. It's gentle. Okay, I have to say something. Monster or not, I don't want to see someone get ripped apart in front of me. Dominic, stop. Just throw him off and run. Dominic seems to hear my words, but he keeps struggling with the violent redhead who's clawing at him with everything he's got. So I know that, like, redheads usually get a bad rap for being violent or, like, angry or whatever. But I think that it's very clear that this dude dyed his hair red and isn't born like a grumpy redhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's cute because he seems like the type that's grumpy that just happens to have his hair red because he likes it. Biting my lip, I watch the two men tussle frantically, their grunts filling the air until... Whoa, what's going on here? Gentlemen, can you put things on hold for a moment? What? Everybody's surprised. And at that instant, the fighting stops completely. A tall figure approaches us from the alley's entrance, his face flashing into view under the street lamp. Isaac? Hey! After frowning at Dominic and the tattooed man, Isaac turns towards me, his eyebrows shooting upwards. Ah, you came after all. Why did you... You didn't warn me about anything, you jackass. Sorry I had to see these two at their worst, but I did promise Dom would be here, didn't I? So that's who Isaac was referring to. Okay. Okay, Ash isn't a stupid character. But I struggle with this point because he's supposed to be smarter than this. How the hell did he know that I had met Dominic? Well, he's clearly trading information, you dumb fuck. Wasn't that just a few hours before I saw Isaac? He never came into the diner either, so someone must have told him. We know who it is, right? You guys are smart. I have faith in you. Fuck off! Fuck off, Isaac. You're not gonna stop me from tearing this shithead a new... Before the redhead could finish his sentence, Dominic suddenly throws him off with a grunt. He slams against the ground a few feet away, letting out a pained wheeze. Chuckling, Isaac pushes up his glasses, looking completely unfazed. Really, Rex, you need to learn when to hold back. You're gonna embarrass even your Helgen brothers. Ooh. As if Isaac just flipped a switch, the leather-jacketed man seems to lose all of his bloodlust. Instead, he groans and rolls his eyes, looking like a kid who just got his favorite toy taken away. Whatever, stupid old man. After Rex mutters a reply, the electric tension in the air around us gradually fades. It's replaced by an uncomfortable, awkward pause, and the four of us exchange glances for a few seconds. This is so uncomfortable. But after the adrenaline cloud in my brain finally dissolves, I take a deep breath and turn to Isaac. Sorry to ruin them. I don't know, Mom. Oh, sorry, my lips are dry. Sorry to ruin the... Yeah, I'm drunk. Sorry to ruin the moment, but some kind of an explanation for all this would be great. My voice was cracked slightly with anxiety, breaks the long moment of silence. There you go. It cracked. Dominic, Rex, and Isaac all stare at me, and now I understand how a rabbit must feel in a den of wolves. Wolves. These guys, they're not normal. You know that, don't you, Isaac? When I pose my shaky question, Isaac throws a glance towards Dominic. For a split second, it looks like Dominic winces faintly, his eyes narrowing. But a cold, unreadable look soon washes over his features again. Yes, Ash. I think it's obvious by now that they're not normal. Isaac finally speaks up, and I shift my gaze back over to him quickly. You see, behind the spit shine gloss of our beloved San Francisco is a much darker underbelly. One that people like you usually go their whole lives without glimpsing. Well, you told me to come here. He straightens his tie with one hand, an impassive smile flickering on his face. But once you get a taste of that darkness, there's no going back. For instance, if a hypothetical cute little diner boy decided he wanted to go tell the police a funny story, a tall, scary man in a dark jacket would want to make sure he never says anything else again. So, I want to point out, Isaac is not the one wearing this dark jacket. That's all. At Isaac's casual threat, I glance back at Dominic in disbelief. His lips are pulled into a grimace as he meets my gaze, and I think I see a hint of guiltiness on his face. Don't feel guilty. Isaac should feel guilty. Does that mean he'd really kill me just to stop me from telling anyone about what I saw tonight? It's not a dark jacket, it's a hoodie. I don't think it counts. Of course, that's all hypothetical. Humans like us work with our vampiric companions just fine, assuming no one gets loose lips. Wait, then you're not a vampire? My shocked question makes Isaac pause for a second. However, he quickly lets out a laugh and shakes his head, adjusting his tie with one hand. Not really, no. Not like Rex and Dominic here, anyway. Don't let me with that. Don't let me in with that piece of shit, Isaac. Rex loudly protests from where he leans against the wall, glaring at us. Of course. I'm so sorry. Now back to the subject at hand, Ash. Just as Isaac rolls his eyes and starts up again, a pair of light footsteps echoes from down the alley. Several moments later, a short blonde rushes up behind Isaac, panting a little. Isaac, I'm sorry, Halfway through his sentence, Luca breaks off sharply. He stares at me with saucer-like eyes, and I stare back in astonishment. Luca? Yes, Luca was the informant that talked about Dominic. Come on. Hang on a second, were you the one? Yes. Okay. I told you guys were smart. You should know this by now. Were you the one who told Isaac that I met Dominic? As bizarre as the whole situation is, the pieces are starting to fall into place. This little brat was trying to get me to tell him about shady types. In other words, find people who might be vampires for him? Yeah. Luca's surprised, then flustered reaction that confirms my suspicion, and he averts his gaze sheepishly. Yes, so it was pretty clear you were trying to protect him. At that, Luca's eyes flick over towards Dominic, taking on a certain sharpness. Glances over at Rex with the same hateful look, too. Does Luca know both of them already? Alright, let's not get too excited. Let's fight. I'm just kidding. Letting out a long sigh, Isaac pinches the bridge of his nose with his thumb and forefinger. Does that mean, like, you're sick of something? It's like a grumpy gesture. It seems there's some miscommunication going on here. You see... I'll split your fucking skull open! Who said that? During Isaac's second attempt to explain the situation to me, an entirely different noise splits through the air. Oh yeah, I'd like to see you try, ha ha ha. The not-so-distant sound of a fight floods towards us from a neighboring alleyway. I'm sorry. It's not just two voices either. Actually, it sounds like a lot more than that. Like a party of the worst, bloodiest kind. Oh, this is gonna be... I love this game. This is getting to be downright comical. It sure is. Of course, they decide to go at it tonight. Animals, really. Despite the scornful nature of his words, Isaac seems to brighten up all of a sudden. Damn it! Why are the fuck. Give me a minute to blink.
Damn it, why are the clans fighting now of all times? Is every vampire in San Francisco out here tonight?
Lucas sounds irritated, even though Isaac is clearly, obviously pleased. Some kind of gang war must be going on. The second I open my mouth to ask a question, however, Isaac takes off running, you fucking coward bitch, directly towards the source of the noise. Okay, okay.
Wait, Isaac, where are you?
Luca starts to jog after Isaac with an exasperated cry, glaring at the other man's back. Yeah. At the same time, Dominic turns to head in the opposite direction, apparently disinterested. His long strides take him towards the end of the alley quickly, making it clear he doesn't want to stick around. Rex, however, makes a beeline straight for me? Just you. God damn it. Just you and me now, baby. Don't be shy. Oh boy. This night went from bad to awful in the span of about 15 minutes. But if I want to figure out what the hell's going on with these guys, I'd better choose what to do right now. Here you go. Here's some options. I think the way that we go is definitely already leaning to Dominic. I don't think it would go well if we picked anybody else, to be honest. So, hey, Dum. Dominic doesn't seem to be sticking around, and to be honest, I don't want to either. But he's already close to rounding the corner, so I have to hurry if I want to catch him. Some other time, maybe. Bye-bye! Calling out nervously to the approaching Rex, I turn to dash after Dominic's disappearing figure. So when I played this for the first time, I did go after Dominic. It just seems like the most reasonable pick, right? Like, he's chill, gave us the tip, you know. Kidding, I'm kidding. By the time I make it out of the alleyway, he's already heading down the sidewalk. Wait the fuck up. And when I jog up to his side, Dominic casts me a curious, skeptical glance. Skeptical glance. Glaze? Krispy Kreme fucking donuts over here. Hey, Dominic, right? I'm Ash, in case you didn't hear my name earlier. I attempt to start a conversation as I walk beside him, but Dominic gives no reply. Dick. Where are you heading off to? It's pretty obvious he didn't want to get involved back there. He's mad. Mad giddy. With his hands stuffed in his pockets, Dominic hesitates briefly. I'm going to have a smoke. Everybody fucking smokes. God damn. Like, I get that it looks super cool. Fine. I'm just gonna yawn about it. His blunt reply catches me off guard. He sounds completely apathetic, like he doesn't care one bit about the other vampires or Isaac and Luca. Alright, could I come with you then? I have a lot of questions about all this, and I trust you the most out of all the guys I've met so far. Thank you. Ash is like legitimately just saying how I feel about all this. After my tentative words, Dominic slows his pace and comes to a halt. He turns to look at me, his eyes widening a little. I didn't say anything weird, did I? For whatever reason, he seemed surprised. Oh, God. There you go. Have fun with that. We're gonna end it here with his, like, I don't know, that scares me. That face scares me, and I think it's really good compared to other, like a lot of anime drop faces where it covers their eyes and they look like the look is mysterious. I think they really nailed it with the way that Dominic looks. Alright. Fuck all that. You're gonna be this one. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys see. Okay, you can see it here. It's this, right? This E is what's on Rex. This kinda. Okay, it looks nothing like that, but I was trying to. Fine. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're gonna do more. So bye!